Hi, my name's Jonathan Hicks and I'm at Aircon, and today I'm joined by
Tim. Mark.
Steve. And we've just finished playing Tulip Bubble, which is about speculating. I think tulips became very expensive at one point in history, lots of people wanted to buy them, and then the bubble burst and it was all over. So you're speculating on tulips, trying to earn as much money as you can buying and selling tulips before the bubble bursts. At the end of the game, any tulips you have in hand will be worth nothing potentially, and it's just coins. Whoever has the most coins is the winner. But when it's your turn, you're placing these sort of bidding tokens on whichever tulips you want to buy, and the important thing is the colours obviously, but also there's letters and numbers here. So you can see this is a C1, this one is a yellow C2, and that's important because there are certain collectors who want certain combinations of tulips. So this one wants same colour, that's what the solid thing means, and she wants a B1, a B2 and a C anything. So there's different kinds of collection things that they're aiming for here, and so I might look around and decide I want the C1 and I'll put my token on there, and then other people will put their tokens on things like this. You can put more than one token down, and after people have put all the tokens down, then you bid on the ones where people have put the tokens. So there's a market board up here that shows you the price of all the tulips. So for example, a B red tulip would be worth 7 at the moment. So in fact this is a C1, so the starting price would be 5. So we kind of start bidding at 5, and it's a normal auction, so it sort of goes 5, 6, 7 until somebody passes, and then they have to pay the money, and they take the tulip card. So you're collecting tulips like this, and then effectively you're trying to sell them, but there's always an event each phase. So at the end of the game the bubble bursts and all the tulips are worth nothing, but the prices of the cheapest one in this case might go up, or the price of white tulips goes up, or it's a crash and the most expensive one goes down by 2. So the prices will change depending on the events, but also after everyone's bought the tulips and these have gone away, you look to see which is the rarest tulip. So in this case I think there are fewer red tulips than anything else, and so the price of red would go up by 1, and you look to see which is the most common, which is the white one, and the white one goes down. I think they actually go down before they go up, don't they? But the prices adjust according to the rarities there. Then you can decide to sell them. So you can just sell them for the market value on the board, or as I said, you can try and sell them to complete the collector sets here. And you keep going until the bubble burst card comes out, and whoever has the most money is the winner. What do you think?
Yeah, I quite like it. As an auction game goes, it's quite fun. There's a bit of gambling going on, and I like the way that the money gets split between losing bidders. So there's always an incentive to try and drive someone up, but then you can wind up with something you didn't want to begin with. It's quite fun.
Yeah. Mark?
Yeah, I kind of agree. It's relatively rules light as far as it goes, so it is all about the market, working out what the people are doing, trying to optimise how much money you make at any one thing. You did, in case you did very well by holding on to it and waiting until your tulip got really high value. That's the one negative I will give to this, partly because it's quite swingy. The tulips jump up and down really quickly, but also because the deck's very limited, you know at some point your tulip is going to shoot through the roof, so you could just buy early, wait for that card to come up and then sell at that point and try and, because there isn't enough variation in that. But irrelevant that, it's a simple, decent bidding game.
Steve?
Yeah, I liked it. It was a nice idea, and the way the prices fluctuate is very nice. I always have slight reservations about stock games where the price of the stock is determined by a random turn of the card. Not saying I'm a massive fan of that. However, in this game it's half and half. Half the time half the time they move, it will be based on what is left, and that you have quite a lot of control of. You've got a lot of control of what you bid on and what you don't bid on. So if there's only one yellow and you bid on it, there's going to be no yellows left when either you win it or you don't, and yellows will definitely go up. So that's quite nice, kind of having that control. You've got, obviously, if you know that someone desperately wants a card, if you kind of jump in that auction, you can either push them up, or if they fight with someone else and you're just a third-party passenger, you get a bit of money going that way. However, what happens is that someone will put their token on a card, and then everyone else goes, all right, that's probably going to be a card. So someone else will put a token on and goes, oh, 2 people want that. I'll put a token on as well. And then the 4th person will go, oh, 3 people have got tokens there. I want in on that, thinking it's going to be really high bidding. But only one person actually wants the card, which means that you don't actually get any money when they just say, I'll go for 6 when it's worth 5, and everyone goes pass, pass, pass. So, so it's nice when it's you and one other person, and if you lose out, you get a lot of money. When everyone jumps in there, kind of losing out on that auction is actually not as beneficial as it could be otherwise.
Rating?
I like the game. I think it's good. I'm not sure how often I'd want to play it, so I'm going to rate it 6.
Okay.
I'd give it 7.5.
Okay.
6.
Okay. Yeah, it's a funny one, this one. The rules are fairly simple, but there's a couple of sort of complex bits to it. Firstly, trying to match those orders, you know, the lady who wanted this B1 and B2, whatever it is, with the different combinations of the colours and the letters and the number in the middle is surprisingly thinky. You're sitting there going, hang on, I need this and this, but if I lose this auction, if Tim buys this one, then I'm going to need another C of that colour, but a different number from somewhere else. And it slowed down a bit, I thought, to start with, because quite a few people were trying to think, oh, do I really want this one or this one? And that's quite tricky. So it's a little bit long for me personally for what it was, but actually a lot of the mechanics in it I really liked. I like the fact that you're getting something off the auctions when you don't win. That was really nice. So often you want to be in on the auction, as Steve says, even if you don't really want to win the particular tulip. And I like the fact that the tulips could vary quite a lot, because towards the end, all the tulips I was holding in my hand seemed to be worth practically nothing, and they never looked like they were going to go down. A couple of flips of the cards and they went right up massively, which is how I was able to win the game. So it's a bit swingy, as Mark says, but equally that means you always have a chance of still being in it, even if it doesn't look like it's going your way. So I enjoyed it. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching. That was Tulip Bubble.